разговорът ще бъде на английски, така че в началото на разговора сега ви казвам натиснете C на клавиатурата и ще ви излезнат субтитрите за този разговор. А ако не, пуснете си субтитрите, ако гледате от телефона. Знаете как е.
In leaders, burnout comes out from mainly excessive control or excessive desire to control and manage everything by yourself. Scientifically, there's a study which says, when do heart attacks happen? They happen on a Monday morning between 6:30 and 9:30. Most of the times, it happens in a toilet.
Damn!
And I work with my clients. I always work with two elements in nature which are important, pain and pleasure. And this level of burnouts are happening even in younger people. Yeah. Now, the average age is slightly going down.
You know what? Since you say that you work with a lot of leaders, the most common, for me, the most common problem in the environments of leaders is the burnout.
Mm.
Did I strike
Struck a chord.
Yeah, strike a chord, yeah.
Okay.
How do you find the burnout? Is it real? Because, you know, there is... they say that there is nothing like burnout, and the other people say, oh, this is the most common problem in business, burnout, and in university, in kids, in everywhere. Burnout is a main issue.
Yeah.
How you define burnout, and how you, if you are trying to fight it, how you fight with this?
Okay. This is a very interesting question, and it's so common. It's so common. It's so common, and I had also a kind of direct experience.
I have. Right now, I'm in this.
First of all, with me, and then also with somebody really close to me.
Искам кафе, извиня. Искам кафе. Благодаря. Sorry, I want coffee because this is my... It's my theme now.
Okay.
Let's talk about...
All right. No problem. So what happens is a burnout, as the word says it, it's a moment in time when you literally burn, you literally give up. Okay? So the brain has, there's a part of the brain called amygdala.
Yeah.
And the amygdala is the one which determines the reactions that we get. And sometimes we can react with a fight mode.
Mm-hmm.
We can react with a freeze mode. We paralyze, we stop, we park. We can react with a flight mode. We run away from, we run away from situations. Or we can react with a fall mode. Enough,
I give up.
Enough, I give up. And it's, no, that's it. Okay?
And that's the final mode.
So what happens is that in my experience as a coach, by the way, let me say one thing. I'm not giving any clinical advice at all. Because if a burnout has been gone through a clinical procedure and everything, I'm not going to get into that. Let me talk about what is the phase of burnout, which has not yet been clinically staged, or there's a clinical therapy on it.
Yeah.
I'm not qualified for that, and I'm not going to get into that. Let me talk about what could be the causes of the burnout. Number one, in leaders, burnout comes out from mainly excessive control or excessive desire to control and manage everything by yourself.
Control obsessive, yeah.
So because you are controlling, you believe that nobody else can do what I'm doing, and you want to control every single process. You want to make sure that it's done, that if they don't do it, let me do it me. And that overwhelms you, until your heart says, hey, enough.
Yeah.
I cannot cope your speed.
Yeah.
Another element is that, and this is what I realize it's becoming really common, people are not in their mission. Scientifically, there's a study which says, and it's not Moses saying it, when do heart attacks happen? they happen on a Monday morning between 6:30 and 9:30. And that's the time when people are heading to a job they don't like, they don't want to do, it's not fulfilling them, and they're heading to that. And do you know when it happens? Most of the times, studies in America, it happens in a toilet.
Damn!
In that...
When you relieve yourself.
I don't know if when you relieve yourself. For example, one of my business partners in UK, 3 years ago, he had an heart attack in the toilet. Literally was on the toilet and he had a heart attack, and this happened in the evening. Now, he was overwhelmed and he was not in his mission. He was doing something which he had enough, but he could not get out of it because he was in the rat race.
Yeah.
And it was, in his mind, it was painful living the rat race. And when it comes to burnout, and I work with my clients, I always work with two elements in nature which are important: pain and pleasure. You see, each one of us is either getting out of a situation where there's pain, and we want to go to pleasure, or sooner or later, because we're not challenging ourselves, we're not working on ourselves, we are heading towards pain. So sometimes you deliberately choose to stay in that situation which you know it's not your mission, you know it's not your call in life, but in your mind, if I leave that job, if I leave that toxic relationship, if I leave it, it's going to be worse than where I am right now. So let me stay. But the moment you keep on staying there, the moment when your heart says, enough. So actually, some physical signals that you may, some physical results that you may have, like brain fog, when you feel exhausted and tired, when suddenly you just turn off and you just fall asleep wherever you are, you start forgetting things, leaving suitcases in the airport and just going ahead without anything like that, losing the phone and all these things. Basically, these are signals, symptoms that you need to carry, to pause, to take a break, to shift something, and to get into a new phase of your life, a new moment of your life. And literally ask yourself, am I living the purpose of my life? Or I'm living the life of somebody else just to please somebody else? And this level of burnouts are happening even in younger people. Yeah. We used to see these things happen to elderly people, but now the average age is slightly going down. Yeah. More teenagers, more young people are getting into these type of situations of burnout. Explain me, how is it? You don't want to disappoint your parents. Yeah. You don't want to disappoint the society. Somebody has built a name, a family of dentists for generations. Yeah. You have to be a dentist too, so you can keep on the legacy of the family. But I don't want to be a dentist. I want to be an artist. Now, what do you do?
Yeah. You should become an artist, but by the pressure, you became a dentist. And then you have a shit one day and die.
Oh, and then life gives you signals that you're not in your right path. Do something. Do something.
You know, now they are watching.
Yeah.
Everyone. They're saying, okay, Moses, just give us a fucking answer. Because they're expecting from guys like you, to give a fucking answer. Because we live in this type of, I don't know, that's the community. Now we want answers.
Okay. And let me tell you one thing. As a coach, my job is not to give you answers. Do you know why?
Why?
If I give you an answer, now it's me telling you what to do. Now, who has the responsibility? You or me? you're delegating again the responsibility to me.
Yeah.
As my job as a coach, my major role is through talking to you, through coaching and through techniques, allow you to have different perspectives so you can take up a better decision